To the data channel, and you're watching SQL Bootcamp for Data Professionals. And as part of the topic 12, so we will understand how exactly the XML data can be parsed using SQL. Essentially, data parsing is nothing but how do you extract or how do you kind of apply structure on a particular data and fetch the data in the particular format that you're expecting. Basically, the data parsing is nothing but the format of the raw data and the format of the expected or the final data is different, and you want to bring that raw data into the format of the final data. Here in this case, since we are talking about SQL, so what we are expecting is the XML, which is in the XML format, the data. So we want to make it in the tabular format. How do we achieve that? So we will see in this particular video. Before proceeding, if you are new to this channel, we would recommend you to please subscribe and also press bell button for instant notifications. So let's get started. So basically, let's quickly jump to the practicals of it and understand how do we really do this. So as you can see, this is how the XML, any XML data, a sample XML data looks like. So you have a angular bracket closing and opening and closing, and this is a slash which says it ends actually. So this is a parent tag. So these are again a child tag of this, right? So we have a so this is a record of one employee, this is a record of other employee, and these are the basically columns you can consider in the when it comes to the database tables, right? And you have the data. So this is how the sample XML data looks like, right? But how do you parse this data, right? So basically, if you want to parse this data, so you have to kind of bring this data. The first step is you have to bring this data and declare it as a parameter, right? And as a XML. So here you define this is a data type XML, so that it understands that this particular parameter that you are defining is a XML format, like int, float. How do you define? Similarly, you are defining this is a data type as XML, so this particular parameter is considered as a XML. So since it is now considered as a XML, so we will the next step is to start reading this, right? So if you see here, the same data that we declared here, so is coming here, right? So next step is we will have to select this, right? So not this one, we will have to use this query. So where like this is the key, right? So the for from what you are selecting, instead of selecting from a table, so you are selecting from the parameter. So this is a parameter, and what you do is using this parameter, since you declared XML, so there will be something called as nodes, dot nodes, right? So as you can see, dot nodes is one of the function like one of the function inside that, and when you use that, and what you are exactly doing is you want to traverse. So this is a root, employees is a root, right? And slash employee is a child. So till here you want to parse. That means you are considering the parsing till here, and you are and one more thing, the important thing that this particular at the rate XML data is doing here is it holds the XML data to be parsed, and what exactly the nodes is doing is it splits the XML data into multiple rows, one per each employee. So that is why you are saying that traverse till the employee, right? And then like you have a so here that is the responsibility of the from clause what you are giving, right? Inside from what you are giving, when it comes to selecting also, you need to select dot values, and here it is array parsing, right? Like you want to say I want to get the ID column, and which element, the first element in the ID column, and name also which element, the first element in the uh, like name, right? So you are saying get me the first element from that particular so it's always one, as you see here, right? And you are giving what exactly this data type should be like in the database. When it comes to database, you are treating it as an integer, and this you are treating it as a varchar, and the other one is also varchar, right? And you are also giving the column name for that. Okay, so let's try to execute it as a whole. So this need to be executed as a whole. So now you can see the 101 where the ID is employee ID, so that is coming as like ID, and John Doe is the first record, and he's a developer, right? And the second person is Jane Smith is a manager, and his employee ID is 102. So whatever you are giving the column name as a alias, right? So that column name is coming here: employee ID, employee name, and employee position. So the key to summarize here is, so you need to declare that is a XML parameter, and that parameter dot nodes you have to give, and you have to give from where, what to what you want to traverse. And then in the select clause you basically do a employee dot value, and then you select a array range, and also you give the data type for it, right? So this is simple as that. So hope it was useful. Thanks for watching.